Right, hi everybody, Rusty Dog here, and yeah, I have been away a little while, not been good. I got a sore throat at the moment. I don't know whether I had COVID or just getting over it, I don't know. Feeling a little bit better today, so I'm going to attempt a little live stream and just see where we are. So, yeah, we're in Cork in Ireland, and we're going to London Gatwick, a 1 hour flight. So bear with me as I try and get things underway. Let's start from our proper start position. Okay. See, initially, I don't have my mouse now. Initially, the game starts you outside of the aircraft, and the moment you come inside, you're doomed. It puts you back in. So we're going to have a lot of people joining the chat and then leaving immediately because they're not sure what's going on. I say, don't panic, don't fret, don't worry. Let's see if we can light this up. Hold on. Sit me back down a second. Let's see if we can get the power on board first. Yeah, I'm gonna need my little light. So, hey Andy. Getting late. Yeah. Well, I woke up at 10 p.m. So, for me, it's yeah, everything's just out of phase at the moment. Just trying to recover from whatever it is I had, possibly COVID, I don't know. Hey Roger! Oh, I have to plug in my Win Wings. I've got to do that. I meant to do that already and I didn't, because I set up the stream with the wrong settings, so that kind of took over my moment. Right, let's get on the hydraulics for the yellows. Where's the yellows? There we go. That's going to make the dog bark sound. Alright, so as the aircraft powers itself up, yay, the light's already on. Okay, well, let me see if I can extinguish this. Oh, so why don't I see it from here then? That's strange. So my idea now is to flick this switch up here and see if it comes on. Oh, that's weird. You hear the dog? That's the yellow hydraulics pump. Why is the... Look at this. And yet when I sit down... What? What's going on? Excuse me guys, if I clear my throat has been just sandpaper. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that little switch up there, apart from a few other features it has, one of the things is that it can turn on these cabin lights and also power the some of the systems outside the aircraft. But oh, well, okay. All right, let's see. Let's get outside a second. Right, so it's already unlocked for some reason, but there you go. Now I'm going to be using the CP DLC system on this flight, which is Cockpit Downloadable Content. No, that's not what it stands for at all. It's something yeah, it's that. Controller Pilot Data Link Communications. There you go. We're going to be using that. And Beyond ATC also has facility for that, so we're going to be making the most use of that as we can. Right, so just get outside here. Right, so this is the plane we're flying today, Aer Lingus, St. Bridget, and yeah, we're in Cork Airport. Little nod to Andy there. I hope I picked the right one. So again, let's have a little tour. Let's have a little throw around of the blades, make sure they're all right. We know they are, but it's just a nice little immersion thing. Yep. And let's have a look at these in the opposite direction, maybe. Oh, we don't have to actually, we can just stop it and then go in this direction. Okay. Now I'm going to try and set the fuel from out here, I think. Or am I? Yeah, I could. Well, we can have a look at the fuel. It's not there though, is it? No. I think the fuel panel is here. So the usual default where we have only 3 tons of fuel. We can add a bit more from here, but I think I'm going to have the fuel truck come and do it. I've changed my mind. I'm going to have the fuel truck come and do that. But we can add the fuel from here. It's actually quite easy to do that. Shannon. Yeah, God, I was going to do Shannon. I thought, is it Shannon? Yeah, Shannon and Knock. Okay. Is Knock a big airport? Yeah, Shannon, that's the one I should have picked. Ah. See, I had that one in my head and then... Oh well. We're in the southeast, yeah, island at the moment, I believe. I think I better get my little powerful light on. Okay. Oh, the cargo doors, yeah, we can power those open and closed now because we have the hydraulic system on. So let's just open one of those, I think. So, I believe we need to open the door manually first. So we can do that. We can push in there and pull this out, and that just makes it just drop. But without hydraulics, we can't make it open. And the hydraulics is on, so... Oh, I've got to keep it held. And I think the closure does close the door properly, but unless you lock it, it's not going to, it's going to pop open again. Alright, so there it is. We got it open. Just Captain doing his little pre-flight inspection. And now let's see if we can close this off correctly. So, closing the panel using hydraulics isn't enough. Because you saw when we popped it manually, it kind of sprung open. Well, if you don't lock it within a certain amount of time, see this hydraulics will close the door fully, but that hydraulic pressure will only hold for a short while, and once it drops below a certain amount, then the door's it's gonna flick open again. So there we go, we have to lock it, otherwise it will just ping open. Alright, so there's the power connected to the plane. Yes, you can pull that power out. If I yank this, the power to the plane inside is gone. Absolutely, you can pull the plug. And yeah, so let's just say I'm happy with everything. I don't know where those aircraft have come from, they're just static. Beyond oh yeah, we need Beyond ATC, don't we? We're going to be a bit late flying out at the moment. Let's just connect in. I think this is the most I've talked in 7 days. I've had no spoken communication with anybody in 7 days. Jesus God. So that's why I've not been around. Oh, this is a new one. No traffic liveries found. Traffic will not be displayed. You must have at least... Oh, shoot. Oh shoot, did I not re-enable the add-on? Uh-oh. I thought I did. Okay, so we're not going to have any other traffic, guys. Oh well. It's only a short flight. I think I can... Is it raining? That's twice now. It is. It's just started... Andy, is it raining out over there? I'm getting spots of rain. Right, let's get inside. At least we got a cover on him in here. Yeah, let's turn this master bus off. There must be another thing to do in that. Spitting, yeah, it's just started here. How freaking cool is that? Right, let me just put my what's it called? High-vis jacket on the coat hanger. Yeah, look, raindrops. How about that, Andy? Real live weather. Awesome. Okay, I can already see a couple of issues with the aircraft. Here in particular. So we need to fix that. Let's go to sim settings. And let's go... we want this on here. ISIS is fine. Brake fans, yes, definitely. Okay, I think it's... Is it this we want off? Yeah. I know there's something that clicks. This is the CP DLC panel. We're going to be using that. Yeah. You can actually use the settings in here that Aer Lingus would use. So if we go to callouts, I have changed this to add all the callouts as we descend down to 5 feet. Why? Because I saw a video online, a real flight in a real A320 landing at an airport. It was an actual real flight. You go on board, you're in the cockpit, you know, and I could hear the callouts. Now the callouts when you're descending, you know, 500, 50, 40, 30, 10, 5. You can have it call out whichever numbers you want. But I noticed on this particular flight, it was calling all of these out. I normally had it set so 50, 30 and 20 was the calls. It didn't do 40, 10 and 5. But this particular aircraft did. Now, it is different based on different airlines. I think, you know, British Airways may have a different system to, say, Lufthansa or something like this. So, but I've set it like this. I want to see what it's like, see if it helps me out. Right, let's import the flight. Okay, so first thing then, we're going to initialize the flight using this CPDLC system. And I'm going to have a look now, guys, and see if I can show you Beyond ATC as it does this. Where's my live stream? There it is. I'll notice how I'm starting to get a lot of added scenes on my OBS, which is kind of what takes up more virtual memory, so that's not good. Okay, so are we there? Let's see if I can just shrink it down a little. I don't want it to get too much in the way. Right, let me just plug in my wind wings. And I can start setting up the plane. Should have had this plugged in beforehand, but I got distracted and I completely forgot about it. Alright, let me just run the software now, which has had an update. Yay. You'll be pleased to know. Oh no, it's got another update. I'm going to cancel that for now. Okay. Right, so far, there it is. I've got it on screen now. Okay, so I've got my MCDU running. And let's see if we can brighten up things just a little, that screen. Also, the integrated panel here. And let's add just a little bit of floodlight. We don't want too much. Is that door open? Yeah. Okay, right. So I think it's panel 1. It is. Alright, so let's do this then. You guys have got Beyond ATC on screen. Let me see if I can just shift it a little bit. Alright. So I'm probably going to have to get IFR clearance and all that stuff first. So let me just tune into the ATIS here, you can see.
2.13 QNH1000. Rain.
Oops.
Ceiling 800 broken. Landing and departing runway 16. Transition level 060. Advise on initial contact, you have information alpha.
What was the transition level?
Cork Airport information alpha. 2343 Zulu.
Oh, 060 he said, didn't he? Okay.
Light rain.
Light rain, yeah, okay.
400.
So let's tune into ground. And we have to request IFR clearance. Shamrock 2627, there you go. Alright, where's my button? Here we go. Uh-oh. Where's my communications button? It's not working. It's not working. Alright, this is fun. Joystick is seemingly functioning. But Beyond ATC is not accepting my my call button. I can't talk to them. Oh boy. Alright, tell you what, let's get it off the screen and I'm going to have a play around with it. Oh my god. Right, so okay. Push to talk. Okay, I've done it again. It's the same button. Let's bring it back for you guys. Cork ground, this is Shamrock 2627 requesting IFR clearance. I don't know what the hell that was.
Shamrock 2627, Cork ground.
Oh, I didn't say with information alpha. I'm
Departure.
such a
Initial
plonker.
climb to 6,000 feet. Squawk 5610.
Okay, so we have a squawk of 5610, so we're going to have to sort that out. Roger, expect runway 16 via LT1Q. Initial climb to 6,000, squawk 5610, Shamrock 2627. I'll bet I messed that up. Did I? Negative?
Shamrock 2627.
Oh.
Read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Oh, I'll call you back, don't worry. Alright, let's get the squawk sorted before we continue with the thing. Right, what panel is this? Is that one? 2, 3, 4. It's not 5, 6. Is it 6? Jesus Christ, that's high up. Right, so what was it? Squawk was 5610, yeah?
Shamrock 2627. Read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or...
Oh, I have to acknowledge that. Sorry, guys. I'm half asleep here. Roger, we'll acknowledge. We'll call you back when ready for push and start. Shamrock 2627. Okay, so let's get the squawk in. 5610. Let's move that. And we're okay here on standby. That's fine. All right. So let's initialize the flight then. This is just a way of talking to air traffic control without actually talking to them. So let's go into ATSU and AOC menu, and then we go to, was there any received messages? I'm not sure. Yes, we have a load sheet. Let's pick that up, accept that, and return. And then we're going to go to the top left, flight init. Alright, so now we've got to put in all of our details. So the ICAO code for Aer Lingus is EIN, and it's 2627, that's our flight. And we are departing from airport EICK, that is Cork. And our destination is London Gatwick. Our alternate airport, I didn't check. Probably Manchester. Right, where's my flight plan, guys? Anybody? I don't know where my flight plan is. Give me a sec. Oh, there it is. Right. Alternate airport. Oh, Luton. Okay. Luton Airport. No, yeah, Luton Airport. So E, G, G, W. I don't know why it's GW. Where's the W? There it is. And estimated time en route. I don't know how you put this in. Isn't it just? Is it 100? It's 60 minutes. You know what? I think I'm just going to go with 60. It's about an hour, so let's just go with 60 minutes. But I don't want that to think that it's 60 hours. How does this work? If it's a 2-hour flight, do I put 120? Or, I mean, there's no decimals, so you would expect so. Okay, so now we're going to hit init data request. We're going to do that. And then that should track with, it'll take a few minutes, but it should track with Beyond ATC. And then it should also come up on the screen here. So let's see if Beyond ATC picks that up. I hope so, because this is a new build and they've got version 1 of this CP DLC running now. So let's see if it works. I wonder why the asterisk is still there. Oh, it's changed it to ETE0100. Okay, that makes sense. Let me do another request on that. I'm sure it should come up on the screen here, on Beyond ATC. I don't know whether I can request it verbally. The whole point of doing this is to not do it verbally, but okay. Well, whether it works or not, we've initialized it. So let's go back here, and in fact, let's go to the main, go back to FMGC, and let's get all this. So the navigation is up, GPS is up, and let's go to init, and let's bring in the Simbury flight plan. And while we're doing that, the cost index for today is 18. So 18, and cruise. We're going to be cruising 37,000 feet, so 370. And now let's bring in the climb winds. Oh, flight number EIN 2627, and the climb winds. Let's request those. Yeah, it seems like the DLC thing's not coming up. So it may come up when we do the second one, because we only have to do this twice. The next time we do it is just before pushback. So let's just say it's not going to come on, and I'll just declutter the screen a minute. Alright, so there's the winds for the climb. Also the winds for the descent should be in there as well. And that's it. Okay, flight plan. Now, it did say departing from runway 16. That is what we have on SimBrief, so we are fine. So let's go into here and departure. I know you can't see me doing it. I'm normally doing it with the mouse, but anyway, so we're going to select runway 16, and we have a SID of LT1 or LT1Q, which is the top one. There are no transitions, so we're just going to insert that. And now we come down to the bottom here, EGKK, go to arrival up here, and we're going to be arriving on runway 26 left ILS, and the star is OTME 1G. Okay, we're going to have to scroll down a little for that. OTME 1G or something along those lines. There it is at the top. And no transitions. Well, there's one called OTMET. I'm guessing it's going to put that in automatically. Let's just come down and see if it has done that. Oh, there it is, OTMET. Okay, perfect, lovely. Alright, so let's go to our plan here and see if everything lines up. So as we run down, normally I like to have a bit more range, let's say 40. I just want a continuous line. Okay, so we have a little break here. Now what the hell is that? What a very strange... Okay, I don't know whether this is whether we're diverting to Willow because of noise abatement over London or what. If I join Willow to the center fix, which is the next waypoint, that is so weird. What? If I join them up, it's going to look really strange. So if I hit clear and then hit this, you'll see the potential what's going to happen here. This is what's going... There's always an issue, isn't there? You see the problem? It's not this turn so much as the one coming into here. I suppose I could manually fly this. What we can do is, I say forget Willow, and let's just go from Holly up to CF. What? I mean, because Holly's got a little triangle thing on it now. Whatever that means. Yeah. If we forget Willow and then just take a direct route straight on, like we hit Holly, we just carry on going, and then what are we going to be? 10 miles away, and then we'll just go a bit out like this, and then we'll just do a turn back like that. So I think we'll do that. So let's get that inserted. That is just silly. So let's get rid of Willow altogether. Now, how do I make it fly the hell out straight away? Oh, from Holly. Ah, there we go. So it's Holly, then the center fix. I'm happy with that. And it's put the discontinuity in. I'm happy with that. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so we're going to go Holly. We're going to carry on until we come out maybe to here. And then I will have the plane diverted to the center fix here. And then we'll be coming into land. That I'm happy with. All right. Right, should we start getting people on board? I lost this toolbar, guys. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. I uninstalled Flight Sim completely. Well, not completely, but I uninstalled it from Steam, put it back in, and nothing. I do have a tool, a third-party tool that removes the little handle at the top here so that you don't have it on the screen all the time. And every time you move the mouse, the little handle appears. That's gone. I disabled that. Still nothing. Still nothing. It still didn't come back. But it turned out there was another copy of that tool somewhere else. And I didn't find out until quite late on in my trying to fix this. And it turns out that the tool, the handlebar tool that removes the handlebar got broke with Sim Update 3, which we now have here. Oh, and we've got new scenery as well, a new city update of Germany. Yeah, but yeah, so that broke, and I went to the flightsim.to website to see if there was an update, and yeah, the author updated it to be compatible with Sim Update 3, and now everything is back how it should be. Jesus, freaked me out, man. I mean, I can work without the toolbar, but it's really not ideal to not be able to call up like Navigraph and GSX and stuff. Anyway, let's request boarding, and we also need fuel. Now we've got stairs, there's no jetway here, so the passengers are going to have to come via a bus. No.
Do you want to board crew?
It never used to ask that before. Do you want to attach the tug now? It never asked that. Before, it just used to attach it.
Passengers bus is coming.
And now it doesn't. That's a good thing. I like that, because I don't want to have to do it. Oh, do I have to release these doors myself? They're not opening, are they? Okay. Bizarre, but sure. Okay. I don't know if there's going to be a cargo coming in at the rear. There normally is.
Passengers boarding started.
There's no rear? Right, if that's... Yeah, there's the rear. Okay. Okay, so the passengers bus has just arrived. Here we go. They're all getting on. Lovely. Screenshot. Might make a better thumbnail. Now, I don't know whether they're going to get seated at the moment, because last time we had them walking down the aisle and then they just disappeared when they got to their seats. Oh, somebody's got stuck. Anyway, never mind them. Let's get on with this. Right, so the second page of the init, and we want to add our zero fuel weight and our block fuel. So we can do that from here. Mass and balance, 124 passengers, 1,860 kilos of baggage, and 5.5 tons of fuel. So we can load that. Where's the fuel truck? If I do load aircraft, it's going to load all of these things. so we won't need the fuel truck. So let's just do that. Oh, I should have done this GSX boarding. It will know that we've already. Yeah, it'll know that we've already. Surely, what did it just say there? Oh boy. Okay, so we've sent that to the MCDU. They should populate now. There we go. It should know that we've already. Oh bollocks. Okay, maybe not. Right, so fuel, we're looking at 5.5 tons. Where's the fuel, guys? Here. So this has to go to 5.6, I would say. It's gonna fuel it up to 5.6. It is quick using the MCDU, man. It's so much better. It's so much better. Not having to use the mouse to click every little character, every little letter. I mean, for sure, 100%. It's awesome. Right, so it looks like we managed to get rid of the passengers, which is not ideal. That was completely my fault, because refueling with passengers on board. Oh, that's interesting.
Truck arrives and asks to do it.
Yeah, no smoking on makes sense, and seatbelts off. That makes sense as well, because if there's a fire on the refuel, we don't want people having to struggle to get out of their seatbelts to get out of the plane. That makes so much sense. Yeah, they think of everything, don't they? Right, anyway, okay. What else do I need to do up here? Fire test. Oh, fuel truck is in position. Is it though? It is.
And asked to do it.
Wow, that's a big thing. Is this not an American one? Chevron. Oh, right. So, I don't know. This is going to cost a few $1,000s. The passengers are indeed on board from outside the plane, but I don't think we see them from inside.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel.
There might be something on the EFB that can control that. I don't know. This is more information than we used to get. See, I don't know whether this is amount of fuel. Oh, yeah, it is. I think it's amount of fuel as opposed to the cost. So we already had 3 tons, so don't they just need to add 2,600 on this? And if we fuel it all in one wing, and half of it will go to the other wing, right? Because of the crossover thing, the crossbleed or whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, let's pop in here. And we don't have any visible passengers, but I can't remember whether it's done here or not. Yeah, there's nothing about visible passengers or nothing. There is something about visible passengers in GSX. Oh, this is interesting. Don't board the people until the refuel is done. You can set that. Yeah, you can do that, but I've got it enabled. Visible people, and they're not there. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just pretend that they are there. They certainly look like they are from outside the aircraft. Oh, I have a question. If I stand up off the seat, yeah, these lights are off. I don't get that. Oh, and the doors are closed as well.
Aircraft, be advised, information Bravo now current. QNH 0999er.
Oh, the air pressure's changed. Okay. Oh, the dog's barking. The dog's barking. Let's fix the dog. turn that pump off. We don't need it on now. Right. Shall we carry on? She's waiting to, I was going to say get off, but right, so that extra time, I guess that's not come up because the readings are incorrect, and also I'm going to have to redo this screen because we're now adding weight to the aircraft, and therefore these numbers will all be incorrect. Lovely. So I reckon it's either going to go exact to 5560, or it might go to 5580 the next one, or they might round it up to 56. Let's see what happens. Okay, 5561 is what we need. What are they going to do? Looks like it stayed there. Alright, we have a company message. Let's attack that. So, Atsu, AOC, receive messages, load sheet, accept, back to the initialization page. Look how quick that was. Right, okay, so we're missing a kilo of fuel. I'm pretty sure we're going to have enough. You see there's no extra time here, there's no extra, yeah, we've got the amount of fuel but there's no extra time, so that's all incorrect. So we need to go back here and, oh boy, send to MCDU, I guess is going to be the latest numbers, right? Yeah, there we go. That's healthier. So we got 37 minutes of extra flying time to get us to Luton. That should be plenty. And in case we screw up, yeah, that's all good. Alright, let's go to the performance now of the aircraft, and we can feed all that in from here as well. So let's go to the departure performance, and runway 16 is correct. Dry. I'm gonna say it is dry. I know we might be spitting, but I'm not gonna pretend the runway's wet. It might be damp, but it's essentially it's not wet. Is there a, yeah, no, I'm not going to claim it as wet, so let's just put it as a dry runway. All this is fine. Temperature 15, we don't need the anti-ice. Packs will be on, and let's synchronize the takeoff weight, and let's synchronize the weather. This has dropped to 999 now, so we'll have to make sure to sort that out. And let's calculate the takeoff speeds and everything else. Flaps 3 for takeoff? I've never done that before. Transition altitude says 5,000. I'm sure Beyond ATC said 060, 6,000. Which is correct? I'm not going to say. We'll find out. Right, sent to MCDU. There we go. Flaps 3 for takeoff. How short is runway 16 at Cork? Let's find out. We can go to Navigraph there, or we can go to Navigraph here. Let's do it here on screen. And let's go to our departure airport, and we want to go to the, I don't think it's going to tell me anything in this chart. No, it doesn't. Alright, so we want be a second. What am I meant to be looking at here? These are the SIDs for going out. What am I looking at? Go. Wow, what is this? This is what I want, but it looks so different. Right, runway 16. Is this what it is in meters? 477? Let me ask. Let me try and ask. Cork ground, this is Shamrock 2627. What is the length of runway 16? Oh, I think 2133, yeah? In feet?
Shamrock 2627. Cork ground. Runway 16 length is 7,015 feet.
Oh, okay, so it's not this. I don't know what that is then. 7,000 feet. That's plenty. Why are we on flaps 3? I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do flaps 3, but I just don't know why it is. And because this is not a chart that I'm familiar with, where's my aircraft? It's supposed to position it. This is such a weird thing. Let's have a look. Let's bring it up here. This is the actual Navigraph. The actual. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I kind of wanted it full screen. Now you guys can't see it. Let me just take that off. Okay. Right, so let's go search. And we want the reference. Oh, it's true, we don't have the actual charts. Alright, well, it shouldn't matter. Let's go to SID, and I don't know, I can pick any. I think this is the one we're going out on. Maybe it's listed here. Ah, there we go. Initial climb clearance 5,000. Transition altitude is 5,000. Okay. So the tablet got it right with my dead zones. Okay. You received this error and flight controls may be unresponsive. You know, I did actually mess around with my dead zones on this joystick because the yaw was too sensitive in the small aircraft, and it could be that it's supposed to be linear, and I think that's why that warning has come up, because it's not linear anymore. So we're going to ignore that. I've never seen a chart like this before. Is there one for Gatwick? Normal. Airport information. No, that's not the one we want. What? Why is this different? Am I in a different universe? What's going on here? These all look different now. Why? Lufthansa systems charts. Guys, what's going on? Let me bring it up on here. I trust this one. If it brings it up in the same color, then I don't know. E.g. KK. London Gatwick. Okay, let's go to charts, reference documents, and we want, where is it? Where's the airport info? Oh, here, taxi. It's here. It's here. It's here. It should be here. Oh my God. Take a few days off and the whole world comes to an end. That's what I want. This is the chart I'm looking for. This. Okay, that's in the taxi. Why is taxi not listed here then? It's still different. The fonts are different. Everything is different. What's going on? Yeah, I just... no idea, guys. That chart we just brought up on Navigraph, why can't I bring it up on here? Okay, doesn't matter. Never mind. I got the information I wanted. What I don't have is the descent information, which I'll pick it up en route. Oh, we got some heavier rain now. Okay, let's get out of here. Right, flaps 3. I can't believe it, but sure. Whatever you say. The takeoff speed is very low as well, 133. But with flaps 3, we'll still get off the ground at this speed. That is nuts. Okay, so I think we're ready for pushback. So what I'm going to do, and this is where we have to use the second phase of CPDLC. We'll put that on, and we'll get the APU switched on. And I think we're alright. We get the seat belts on now. So this was 999, wasn't it? Last we found out. All right, what's going on here? Oh, it is a 0. It looked like a 1. We don't have to sync this one up because it's only a backup, but we can, just for doing things properly. Okay, so now we need to involve this again, and if this bit doesn't come up on Beyond ATC, I don't know what's going to go on. Right, so again, here, we have to do this just before pushback. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to go to AOC menu. Now we're going to do ATC require, I think. Yeah. Pre-departure clearance. And now I've got to enter all of this stuff. Oh God. Right, so we're going to need Beyond ATC's help for this. So let's tune back into the ATIS. And we also need the gate number. And for that we use GSX. I think it's 3.
Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Bravo. Okay, that's all I want. You heard the guy.
Information.
You heard the guy. It's Bravo. Okay, so B for Bravo. Let me just get you guys back to the correct screen. It's a bit of a fiddle for me, all of this. But yeah, so B for Bravo, and that's the ATIS ID. Okay, the gate number is 3. And what else? We've got the route. It's all already programmed in because we did the initialization. Aircraft type A320. And station, well, that's simply the airport we're taking off from, which is EICK. And now let's send that. Okay, so we should have something popping up. Okay, it's come up on the screen. It's come up here. You can see on Beyond ATC, it's come up there. That's our request. It's going to take a little while. Oh, rejected. What? Oh, we've already been cleared? Huh? But it's the first time I've asked. What? Okay. So, why is it not coming up on here then? I mean, there's literally nothing. Oh, okay. Now we got it. I don't know what the hell that took so long for. So wait, we were... So what's RCD? Yeah, okay, so that's a little warning to let us know that the message has arrived. That took a while, lazy buggers. I don't know what to make of this. Rejected and cleared. I'm going anyway. Cork ground, this is Shamrock 2627. Do we have... Never mind. I was going to ask something, but I've changed my mind. Alright, let's go. Let's get pushback.
Cork ground Shamrock 2627. Go ahead.
Cork ground, this is Shamrock 2627 requesting push and start. If you're a small aircraft that, you know, you've got your little engine started up already,
Shamrock
you would just request pushback.
Cork ground. Pushback approved. Face north.
What's this? Why is this popped up? Oh, I know why. Cork ground, this is Shamrock 2627.
Hello,
Face
Captain.
north.
We are
Thank
ready
you.
for pushback.
Messed that up now. I got. Alright, so how do we face north? Well, if we look in here, we can see that this is north straight up, obviously, so we are facing almost east, and we need to face this way. So it's going to be nose left and tail right.
Completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So this is this runway 16 then? Here? It doesn't say, does it? Okay, so we've got all of the taxiways, and we've got all of the ramps. We're on ramp 3. Now, I don't know why this has come up. I don't need to request pushback or anything because it's doing it all for me. We can clear that. Alright, so I do need, in order to start the engine, I do need the bleed on. And what have I missed? Any orange lights? No. Let's put that on for her. Something in my mind tells me I've missed something. We can get rid of the external power. We don't need that. And we want to go nose left. I think it's already cleared the chocks off the plane. I frickin' hope it has. No. There we go.
Release parking brake.
Yeah, I was just doing it. Okay. Parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Oh, now the runway is wet. Remember when I said it was dry on the thing? You can see it's starting to get quite wet now. Alright, anyway, let's power up engine number 2. Frickin' hell, man, frickin' hell. Oops, I should have pressed the button. I don't have one of these yet. Do they exist? We don't really need it. We don't use it enough. Alright. Let's switch that back. Let's switch this down. Let's set our initial climb to 5,000, which is the transition altitude. Air pressure is correct. Brakes, auto brakes will set later. Where's my chrono button? Is it?
Please set parking
Which,
brake.
I can never remember which one it is.
Waiting
Ah,
for
there it is.
confirmation for a good
Yeah, we
engine
press
start.
that just before we take off, so we can tam the flight. Okay, that engine has started up nicely. Well, let's just check this one. So, powering up N2, it'll reach around 20-ish. and then it will power the N1 up. Now in the Boeing, in order to start powering up the N1, you have to inject the fuel yourself with a lever. And in this one you don't, it switches over itself. It does it all automatically. So it should say available on here when the engine is ready. And I will get rid of the predicted wind shear and have a look at the company message. There it is, available. Alright, so now that's available, I'm going to keep the ignition on because the weather is a little bit, I don't want anything going wrong. So we're going to go to GSX and tell them that we have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And that way they can bugger off. Should I recalculate my takeoff because we have a wet runway? I'm debating whether to do that or not. That looks wet, doesn't it? There. Let me just ditch this a second, guys, so you don't have to be bothered by it. But yeah, this looks kind of wet. I think I'm going to recalculate my performance here. So everything the same, except I'm just going to change this to that. And we're going to just resync everything here. And we're going to calculate.
Tow truck disconnected, bypass pin removed.
And send that to the MCDU. Okay, so now we've got a greater V2 speed, 133 now. So I'm just going to double check that's in. It is. Right, let's check the messages again just to get them off the screen. Pre-departure clearance, of course, that's a new message that we've got in. All right, predicted wind shear, that's another thing we have to do. Impossible to switch that. Well, it's not impossible. Unless I move, I can't flick that button without raising the armrest. Okay, what else? APU bleed. Okay, yeah, engines are on, so we don't need APU anymore. We can turn APU off, and we can turn APU bleed off. And we can now put the taxi lights on because we are on the taxiway now, and the runway turn-off lights as well because, well, the weather's a little bit ippy-dippy, and it's nighttime. Also, because it's nighttime, it looks like it's already on, but I was going to turn on the logo light. If I put that up, what does that do? Okay. And I should have put the beacon light on to tell everybody that we're starting the engines. I didn't. Alright, that's it then. We're ready. Finally, I know, right? Alright, let's go. We've been cleared, so we're good to go. Right, I'm going to have to move my wind wings over to the side because the throttle needs to come into play now. Right. Parking brake off. And let's go. Now, oh, actually, I missed a step because I'm an idiot. Bear with me. Cork ground, this is Shamrock 2627 requesting taxi to runway 16. Okay, now watch. There you go. It's giving me the route.
Runway 16, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Oh, taxi at pilot's discretion. Roger, will taxi at my own discretion. Shamrock 2627. So it's, yeah, this is Charlie coming off here. They don't have a named taxiway here by the looks of it. Alright, so all we're going to just do is just follow this taxiway all the way to the end, pretty much, and then we're just going to turn finally onto runway 16. So as I start the plane moving, attempt to start the plane moving anyway. Okay. I don't have throttle. I have no throttle, guys. I'm going to unplug it. Let me plug that back in again. Yay. Right. It's funny because we were moving initially. Right, so as we're moving, we should see ourselves moving on the map. David, how you doing, man? Good greetings, sir. I wonder what the weather in Gatwick's like. Probably about the same. The other thing I'm concerned a little bit with is frame rates. Right now it's absolutely fine, but coming into Gatwick, although there's going to be no traffic, and I don't think I've got... actually, yeah, it looks like I might actually have my third-party airports on, because I don't know whether this is stock or not. I have no idea. Oh, that's lightning, isn't it? I wonder if that's the actual weather over in Ireland right now. The only person who could tell me, I guess, was Andy. Okay, we've got a little bit too much throttle. Thing is, I can barely hear it.
Shamrock 2627. Contact Cork Tower 121.7.
Roger, we'll contact Cork Tower on 127.7. Shamrock 2627. Did I get that right? No, 121. She's going to correct me now. No, she isn't. No, she isn't. I knew we were. I knew they would time that just at the turn off. Buggers. They always do that. Right, I think the floodlight needs to be turned down. It's a little bit too bright. So I'll get that turned down just before we take off here. Let's just hold at the holding point, which I'm guessing is here, right? Yeah, there it is. You can hear the sound of the wipers. And the weather was all right before. All right, so let's turn the floodlight down. It's basically all of these lights here, the yellow lights you'll see now. Those, it's just a little bit too bright. We just need a little bit, really. And yeah, right, let's run through this. So we want max brakes, we want the speed brake armed, and flaps set to position 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I remember which camera it was to see those flaps. Anyway, it's a bit too dark to see all of that, but the flaps are going down. And finally, takeoff config test. It says the cabins are ready, so we don't need to call it. So I'm not going to do the test until I know the flaps are in place, otherwise it will fail, and the flaps are in place. So let's do a takeoff config test, and it's happy. Right, I'm happy too. Let's set this up to 40, and I think we're ready to go. Right, let's get the main lights on. Amazing that I actually remembered. So you won't hear any ATC chatter now, because I'm the only plane in the universe. Because we had that error, which I think it's because I've got the traffic system turned off in my add-ons. I think that's what it is. The yaw is still a little bit.
All aircraft be advised, information Charlie now current. QNH0998.
So the yaw, what's happening is it's starting off really sluggish. And I did want to slow it down, and then it suddenly it ramps up quite a bit, which is not what I want. So let me just see if I can, you guys give me a second while I just linearize my control before we take off. So it's the Virpil, we want to go into here, hardware settings, and we want joystick axis Z. See, I've just added a little bit of smoothing out, but we can linearize that. I think that's why it was complaining about my joystick calibration before. So hopefully we should be okay now. All right. I think we're good. Where's the navigraph with the map on it? Will that suffice? I don't know. Okay. Can we pull it out for the entire route? Yeah, we can. Okay. This isn't what I want, but it'll do. It'll do. Right. Cork Tower, this is Shamrock 2627 requesting departure from runway 16. I should have done that before I entered the runway.
Shamrock 2627, Cork Tower, wind 175 at 12, runway 16, cleared for takeoff.
Roger, cleared for takeoff, Shamrock 2627, thank you.
No. Shamrock 2627 cleared for takeoff, runway 16.
Oh, you want me to specify? Okay. Roger, cleared for takeoff, runway 16, Shamrock 2627. Have an awesome day. Or evening. And now we're going to switch to auto respond so that my co-pilot, it's your turn now to, yeah. Oh, that's the thing. I wonder if I can make my co-pilot female. And the answer is yes. Okay. Right, my co-pilot is now female. Right, are we ready? Let's go. How are we departing out here? Let's bring this down a little. Because I'm going to be flying this manual, I think. I'm going to make the turn manually, I think, and then just hand it over to the autopilot. Okay. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't really hear. Okay, now I can hear the engines. Okay, we're stable. Let's go. Okay, our rotate speed was 130, I believe. Positive climb, gear up. Flaps 2.
Shamrock 2627, contact Cork departure 119.9er.
Contact Cork departure 119.9er, Shamrock 2627.
Hey, that's male.
Cork, Shamrock 2627, 2,200 feet.
Shamrock 2627, Cork departure. Identified. Climb to flight level 180.
We've already been cleared to flight level 180.
Shamrock 2627.
Okay, flaps are now fully retracted. And we can let the autopilot take over now. What was this? Oh! Yeah. Why? Do you want me to put that one on, or not that one? Let's go there. Okay. Yep, it wasn't happy with my transponder. That's sorted. Landing lights, we can take those off in a little while. In fact, we can take them off now, to be fair. Okay, that should disappear. There it goes. And seat belts. No, it's raining. Is it? No. I'm not taking seat belts off yet. A little bit of a wind there. 35 knots. You can see the plane's been skewered a little bit. It's been pushed to the side. You can see the arrow as it's hitting that tail. Yeah, basically just what happens is that the wind hits this tail because it's the only thing sticking out really, and it pushes the back of the plane that way and the nose this way, which is why you get a little bit of skewing here. But the autopilot corrects for that. Right, we were cleared up to 18,000, weren't we? So let's get up there. Oh, it's raining, man. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is raining. And we no longer need the runway turn-off lights on. Can you hear the rain? Okay, we've gone past 5,000, so we can set the QNH now to standard. I'll do it here as well. And what didn't I do? Chrono. Oh, we can also start it from here as well, right? Yeah, that's better. So here's an actual running time of our flight down here, but it's going to be a couple of minutes out because I didn't start it until a little bit late. Yeah, it is a little bit unnerving, especially as all the city lights just went out. That's because we're in clouds now, so there's no visibility at all. So we're in the clouds, but it's absolutely fine as long as the instruments are reading what I'm expecting them to read. Everything is cool. It's fine. The plane can just... we're blind, but the plane is not blind at all. The plane knows exactly where it is in the world and where it's going. Yeah, I mean, I could turn on the landing lights, but they won't do anything up here. They won't make a damn bit of difference all the way up here. But yeah, we must be in some... oh, there's some visibility over there. But yeah, we're in... I mean, we will get above the weather. And because of that, we really don't need the wipers on anymore. So we can turn those off. Once we get above the weather anyway, it's not going to be raining up here. Not when we're cruising at 37. So as we approach 18,000, we should get cleared up to the cruise altitude. Just before we reach 18,000, ATC should come in and say, hey, you're cleared up to 37. Yeah, and we can monitor where we are here. We are over the water at the moment. The Celtic Sea, and then we come in to the UK. We come into England in the very much southwest here, and then we have to take a kind of a coastal route almost before going back up, and that's because it doesn't disturb people if we go across this way. Okay, so that's to contact control, and control will clear us.
Center on 132.
Yeah, there she is.
Shamrock 2627. Have a good evening.
Yay, that's her. That's her.
Shannon Control, Shamrock 2627, good evening. Crossing flight level 157 for flight level 180.
Oh, you've got a nice voice. Now we're going to get cleared to 37.
Shamrock 2.
There you go.
Shannon control identified. Climb to flight level 370.
Climb to flight level 370. Shamrock 2627.
That should be armed here. So now the plane will waft way past 18,000 now. Nice climb rate, just above 5 degrees. 2,500 feet per minute ascent. Who needs windows? Well, apart from computers. Yeah, who needs glass windows, man? We don't need to see out. All hail auto landing. Okay, so last thing then, seatbelts can come off now. I think we're going to be nice and stable. And now we have a nice empty board. And we've already used up a ton of fuel. Eat. Whoa. Alright, so yeah, it's a fairly short flight, but I just wanted to ease myself back into the swing of things to see if my throat could handle it. It's actually a little bit sore, but maybe that's because I haven't spoke for 7 days hardly. You alright? Sarah Connor. You won't need your shades, not up here. Hey, make yourself look professional. Let's have some navigraph going on. There you go. Now you look professional. So if I press, is it this one? There you go. And now it's just gonna, the map's gonna move with the aircraft. And we can even, if I click this, pull that in, there we go. I haven't changed the graphics, no. Yeah, I mean, when they brought out the BFU, the big Fenix update, they did remodel the entire plane, I believe, or at least a major part of it. And they redid all the lighting here, so that the yellowness, the Kelvin or whatever it is, that looks more as a real plane would. And also, conversely, what they did was they made it so that these LCDs, if the direct sunlight hits them, that you would expect, and with normal LCDs, direct sunlight, you can barely read them anymore. But on the planes, it's the opposite way around. When the sun hits them, it actually goes, well, I don't know if it's on the real plane, but what they've done is they've said that they modeled it closer to reality. And while they were saying that when the sun hits these, they actually go a little bit, or they appear brighter. They appear to be brighter. So even when you've got like maybe shade coming over this bit and direct sunlight coming over this bit, it's still readable. Which is, you'd expect that on a plane, right? That they'd have some technology where the captain's not going, I can't even read, what does that say? What's it set? The sun's in the way. You don't want the captain to be having to put his hand over here to shade. You don't need all that crap. He's got enough to do. But yeah, they've changed a lot of the lighting in here. Inside, see how this just fades here at the side? Yeah, they've changed quite a bit, and that should not be open. Oh, that was a lot quieter now, isn't it? And we can actually lock it. There we go. Right, I think we can just put this back to normal. If it's raining coming in, we can go back to ignition. Although I think that's standard procedure anyway, to move it back to the ignition point.
Contact London Control 1
before,
75.
you know, on the descent,
Center on
or before landing at least.
175. Shamrock 26.
Yeah, we don't see much, eh? I mean,
London Control. Shamrock 2627. Good evening.
we're already talking to London. We are over the water, so there's nothing to see outside anyway. Look, it's like we're in the twilight zone here. I mean, there is just a few lights from Ireland,
Identified.
and that's it. That's all we got. But this is what it's like. This is real flying at night. You got nothing. So all you can do is get your cheese and onion sandwiches out, pull out the tray, put your little drink there and your sandwiches, and enjoy yourself. I need to put this tray away. Right, what can we fiddle with while we're in here? I don't want to exit the aircraft, I just want to stand up. You know it's not... Ooh, Jesus Christ. Alright, let's do this. Now, isn't there something down here we can play with? We've got oxygen masks here. I don't think we can fiddle with those. We can play with the life vests, maybe. Actually, what? Oh, okay. Is that the armrest? Yeah. Then we better put that back. And there's the other one. It tucks into the back of the chair. Wow, first time I've noticed that. Is that a cup holder? And this is for what? I don't know. That's for my lunchbox, guys. That's what I do in there. Put me sandwiches and me apple in there. Oh, the Waterford junction of the M9. Okay. It's interesting as well, because just before we took off, when I was on the runway, I did an outside shot of the aircraft. I was looking back and I could see a load of city lights. So I'm assuming that is actually Cork itself, which is behind kind of runway 16. So runway 16 is facing from west to east-ish. It's on a bit of a diagonal. That big red light is called the beacon light, or bacon if you're hungry. So the plane's not climbing so much now, only 1100 feet per minute, but it is reaching 37,000. We're at 31.4, and we will reach 37,000 when we get to here. Let's bring this up to 80 now, and already we're at the midpoint, and yeah, that's the midpoint of the flight, and we're not even at altitude yet, at cruising altitude. So anything beyond this ETP is it's shorter to get to our destination than it is to turn back, basically. In case you're wondering, this is equitime point. So this is like equitime, so it's equal time that way than it is that way. Basically a way of saying the midpoint, just equitime. Yeah. I'll meet you at 6:30, which is equitime between 6 and 7, right? We should start using that in our daily thing. Right, so anyway, we have a descent to sort out as well, guys. So I'm going to do that through here, we're going to need Navigraph and we're going to need the tablet to sort the descent details out. And I don't want to do it too early because certainly when it comes to the weather information and the air pressure, I can't put that destination information in now because it's very, 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 very likely to change by the time we get there. So let's not do that. I can note down what they are now, but you know. Okay, so we are approaching on, hopefully, runway 26 left. That's this one. And it will be a Cat 2. So we've got a Cat 2 ILS here, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. We've also got ILS, DME runway, so I think either of these two will be fine. We've got initial approach and final. I'm going to go with this one because I know it's a Cat 2. And that's what I want. Alright, so the final altitude before we descend, picking up the glide slope, is 2,000 feet. I know there's a term for this altitude, but I don't remember. Runway is 196 feet off the ground, so decision altitude 200 above? 396? It is. Sometimes it can be 250. Sometimes I've seen it even a bit more. But yeah, so decision altitude is 396 feet. So once we step below 396, we have to land. We're committed. We can't abort the landing according to the rules of the sky. Right. So ILS frequency, we don't need to put it in because the plane will pick it up. It's 110.9. The ILS is called IWW, which is what this Morse code is. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. And the inbound course is 257. So inbound course, I only need that for my own information, not because I need to put it into any of the computers at any point. So I need that for my autopilot. I need the descent altitude for the destination information, and the other pieces of information that I need is going to be the temperature and the, I've gone blank, and the air pressure. And we can get that from here in my flights. We go to weather, we go to arrival, and there's Gatwick. So we would put in 16 degrees. And the air pressure is 1008 at the moment, and also the winds 200 at 6 knots. Yeah, so these are subject to change because obviously weather will change as we get closer, so I don't want to put those in right now. When it says enter descent information, then we'll get an update. And this is CAVOC is basically ceiling and visibility okay. So it's not reporting rain. You would see RA there, I think, if it was rain. What about in, yeah, here, look, RA, see? So we've got rain. I think this could be showers. Dash SH minus, so that's like, I don't know, what is that? Light showers? Rain? Yeah, so you've got RA there to tell you rain. When there's no rain in Gatwick, so cool. And let's get the terrain on as well. I don't know when we're going back over the land. Not be too long now. There it is. There's the land, there's the sea, and there it is there. It's all cool, isn't it? It's all very, very cool. I love all this stuff. Now, this looks like our top of descent already. And the final altitude we had here was 2000, wasn't it? So I could put that in. Normally, I would just have the ATC bring us down, you know, cleared down to 12,000, cleared down to 5,000, blah blah blah. But ultimately I'm just going to let this go all the way down, and I think ATC is going to be clearing us as we go anyway, so it's probably not going to make much difference. So when it comes time to enter the destination data, it will pop up on here. It'll ask us to do that, and then we'll get the information in. So we better keep an eye out. It's not going to take too long to do it, because it should do it before the descent, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe when we're around here. This is quite a radius, by the way. This is 80 nautical miles away. Oh God! Right. When did I watch this? Maybe about 10 days ago. Right. There's a movie. I don't remember the name. If you guys want to know, I can dig it out. But there's a movie on YouTube that you can watch for free. Okay. And it's a indie movie, right? So it's free. It's not like 20th Century Fox or MGM or anything. It's a proper little, I'm not going to say homemade, but it's a, you know, it's a properly produced movie. It's just not done by anybody massive. And it's about, the film is okay. It is what it is. What can I say? It passes an hour and a half of your time if you just want to pass an hour and a half. It's about an aircraft like this, a passenger aircraft, which for some reason goes into a little bit of a storm and enters a black hole. I know. And it comes out in the middle of World War II. I don't want to give anything away in case you guys want to watch it, but all I'm going to mention is the point I wanted to raise. And I thought, if the plane is a Boeing or an Airbus, I'm going to notice all the switches and the knobs, and I'm going to notice if anything's out of place, and I'm going to notice if the pilot does something or presses something when he doesn't need to press it, or doesn't need pressing, or I'm gonna be nitpicking. Well, where do I even begin with this, guys? Where do I even begin? The cockpit arrangement was nothing that I recognized. It had instruments, sure, it had a navigation panel, and it had one of these, a display, the primary display panel here. And it had some knobs and switches, but nothing that I recognize. It was just basically a put together facsimile of what they thought a plane looked like in the cockpit. Holy Jesus in frick. This MCDU, all the buttons, well, there was actually buttons in the middle here, and they were all stuck on with glue. Some were not on correctly. You could see they were glued down. Some were not on correctly. You had a button marked, I think, in it, in a place that it had no place being. Right? And on this, they had a couple of buttons which made sense, and the rest were buttons like something you'd expect in a cartoon James Bond thing, you know, like, or Batman. You know, the bat smoke screen, and, well, you know what I mean, stupidly named buttons. And the cockpit was all over the place. And the pilots were just pressing. The captain said to the co-pilot, you know, do this, whatever it was. And
627, London Control. Expect ArtNet 1 Golf.
There you go.
Runway 26 left.
So the pilot said to the co-pilot, do this, you know, and I thought, okay, well, that's in the center console. And he reached up here to do it. And I thought, no, in no plane is that button up there. They're always down here. Oh my God. I just don't even know where to go with it, guys. Anyway, let's get the destination data in. So we're going to go to the performance. So we're going to hit this button. Performance. and we're going to go into the next phase and the next one, the approach phase. Right, so now let's get the updated information. So QNH,
Shamrock 2627.
if you guys are interested in watching the film, I'll dig it out. Yeah, but oh yeah. I mean, it was okay. It was, for what it was, you know, for a indie made film, I guess it's not too shabby at all, really. They did do a fairly good job. And the acting was it was okay. Right, so let's go to Arrival. Come on. And just have a refresh here. Okay, air pressure 1008. Let's get that in here. 1008. I should have noted the temperature. Oops, what happened there? Oh, okay. Temperature last was 16. I'm going to put that in just in case it is. It'll probably be 15 now. Yeah, it is. So 220 at 4. So 15. 220 at 4 knots.
Shamrock 2627. Arcmet 1 Golf. Runway.
And 396 is our decision altitude. Let's put that in there on the barrow. And let's go flaps 3 on the landing. That's it. And let's just select flaps 3 up here. Alright. Awesomeness. Okay, so these purples are Opmet and Nedul. They line up with those little purples there. Basically, that's the plane saying, "Yep, I can do that. If you want me to be at flight level 2,700 or 27,000, sorry, at Opmet, and if you want me to be at 21,000 feet at Nedul, as we descend on a normal path, I can make it. If it can't make it, these will be orange."
Descend to flight level 270.
Descend to flight level 270. Shamrock 260.
Now they're clearing us for. Oh yeah. Let's do it. So let's do this. I'm going to pull that just to get the plane to descend. And let's do it their way. 270. Okay, that should be in. Flight level 270 appears on the bottom now because it's descent. So yeah, we're descending now. And you see, because we descended a little bit early, we are now below. This yellow line is our plane, and there's the ideal flight path. And it'll come back to us. We'll be fine. Hey, Stanley. Oh God, yeah, I know. It's been a rough week.
475.
Yeah, do you still check in on the
118.47.
XFs?
Shamrock 2.
Because I managed to do it this weekend. Still got through it,
Shamrock 2.
and
Descending via Artmet 1.
yeah, it's a good one.
Flight level
It's a good
361.
one. So be ready for it.
Shamrock 2627. London Control. Radar contact.
I better pay attention to what they're saying now. Descending via Opme 1G, flight level 361. Yeah, okay. So as we get to flight level 27.0, we should get cleared further down. And there's some city lights, and there's some more city lights. That's a small place, not very many lights there at all. And that looks like maybe a motorway going along there. Sure. All right. I never did get that company message, so it'll be what are we, Aer Lingus? So it'll be Air Ops. Einops? I don't know. Einops, Aerops. I don't know how it's going to phrase it. Let's see. Maybe it goes by the iCow, maybe. So, Einops, it is. It's the iCow. So this is just the operation procedure, I think. Or operations. Free text, if applicable. Free text. Okay. Is this my free text viewer, is it? Haven't quite got teletext yet. Right, well, I've had so many practice landings now. I actually haven't. As long as we don't get a major crosswind, I'll be okay. Actually, I didn't turn out the main lights, did I, upstairs, the dome lights? Yeah, turn those off. There we go. Just in case you guys wanted it a little bit darker still. Or we could turn those off. I wonder how bright they go. They must go pretty bright. Yeah, they do. Wow, wow, wow. No, I'm quite happy to have them dim. You don't, because if they're too bright, you know, in your peripheral vision, it's going to be distracting. So pilots, you probably tend not to have them too bright, so they're not too distracting when they're looking out or looking at these instruments. They don't have these, you know what I mean? Yeah. Right, we're approaching 27 now. There you go.
Descend to flight level 210. Descend to flight level 210. Shamrock 2627.
You should have told me that before we got to 2700, but anyway, so now we're a little bit above, but the plane knows we're above the flight path, so it's compensating. And now it started off at 3,000 feet per minute, and now it's slowing itself down just to keep itself in line with this green dot. The autopilot is so freaking clever. There you go, it's keeping itself there. There we go. And the speed is spot on. So far so good. And we do have a break in the flight plan, don't we? There it is. So we're going to be flying and we're going to carry on, and then we'll just turn around to the center fix manually. Well, manually, but with the autopilot. You know, I'll tell the autopilot when I'm ready. By the way, what is that last waypoint before the break off? Holly. Okay. Let's see if I've got time to have a quick look and see if it mentions. Is there any constraints at Holly? Just that we need to be at. No, there's no flight level constraint, but there's a speed constraint, 220. What? Oh, it was Opmeg. I call it Opmeg. The descent, the star, but it's not Opmeg, but it looks like Opmeg to my eyes. So let's go to Gatwick. That is not Gatwick. That's Luton, you pillock. And we want arrivals. What are these charts, man? Do I have a different one set for some reason? Right, there's tells you, there's Holly. Maximum 220 knots. Okay, we already established that. What's going on? Oh, we're turning. Jesus. There's a runway. I don't know what that is, though. Right, so there's Holly. So it's, are we taking this run in? Is it Vasux, Disvo and Telchu? Oops, wrong way. Okay, so it's Elder Telchu and Holly. Where's Elder? Ah, here, Elder. And then we're okay, so we're coming in this way. Nedul, Elder, Telchu, Holly. And there's Gatwick here. You can see there, London Gatwick. So we're going to be carrying on and then turning the plane round and landing. Alright. Shouldn't be too much of a struggle, right? Right, guys? You got my back. Yeah, that turn. I wonder what the hell was going on there. It's nice to have something to look at down there at least, as we scour the southern English coastline. We're going to be actually turning up now into the main Isle. I was going to say the British Isles. Yeah, as we turn inland is the word I was looking for. How's the chrono? 34 minutes. That's it? It's still a little ways to go yet though. But yeah, we're 34 minutes, 30 seconds in. Probably about 36 minutes to be fair. 36, 37 maybe. Look at this wind. 48 knots. Okay. Now if it's blowing in this direction here and we're coming in here, we will get a headwind, but it won't be straight this way. It'll be coming in that way.
Descend to flight level 130.
You got it.
Descend to flight level 130. Shamrock 2.
Now I can either have it do that at 700 or I can just engage managed mode and let the autopilot work it out. See, it called us in late, so we're a bit above the flight path again. So now the plane's having to dip right down until it catches up, and then it'll go back up again and ease out. Totally unnecessary. And now she's going to start telling me to, you know, when we get to Holly, make a turn to heading 030 or something, and I'm not confident that she can line me up with the runway properly. So I prefer to take matters into my own hands. See, because we had to go down so fast to match the profile, we did overspeed a little. We're supposed to be on that purple triangle. What are we looking at here? 275 and we're at 281? No. 280 and a half. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. There's another runway. Yeah, little one. Not quite sure what that is. Gatwick, well, let's face it, Gatwick gonna stand out a mile. I think this is probably Gatwick. If you look here, where we are, Gatwick is just offset to our left a little bit, at 11 o'clock. And you can see some very bright lights over there. That is probably Gatwick Airport. And that big massive lightness is London. Okay. All good and lovely, yeah. We have a floor light as well, apparently. Yeah, there it is. That's just so I can brush away all the crumbs from my cheese and onion sandwich, in case I've got any there. Anyway, flaps information. We're going to be going to flaps 3. So if I remember, 230, 200, and 185. I'll be fine, not that I need to. And as we reach 10,000, I'm going to put the seat belts on, and I'm going to engage the landing lights and the runway lights as well. Yeah, that's Gatwick. So you can see if we carry on this, roughly on this path, when I make the aircraft do a turn, it's going to be massive. So I think I might do it in 2 stages. So just from Holly, just maybe head maybe 60 degrees here, 60, and just have it go this way, and then set a course for 257 and have it turned around back on this way. Although the autopilot will take care of that final bit, but I could turn the heading manually to 60 so that we're not doing this big, because what the plane's going to do, it won't curve the whole thing because it's too big. It'll turn 90 degrees and then turn 90 degrees again, rather than just, you know, make a nice big curve. It's not going to do that. Okay, we're approaching 130. We need instructions to descend. Come on. London Control, come on. Talk to me. Otherwise I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands. I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll give you until that green dot matches my... There we go. The timing is critical here. Now we'll be fine. We'll be fine because we've got this huge arc to make, so we've got plenty of time to descend. So now we're on Gatwick Director.
2627.
Yeah.
Flight level 130. We have Sierra.
Now we're tuned into Gatwick itself.
Shamrock 2627 Gatwick Director. QNH1008 expected.
Right, they haven't descended me. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down to 5.
Expect the ILS runway 26 left with the Willow transition. Shamrock 2627.
All right, what did they say?
Shamrock 2627. Descend to 4,000 feet. QNH10.
I mean, you're a bit late, you know. Just saying.
Descend to 4,000 feet. QNH1008. Shamrock 2627.
It's a bit early to change the QNH. Yes, I know. I'm doing it. Oh, buggeration. I can't see in the dark, man. I just wanted these set to the right numbers so that when I finally pulled those numbers, which I think is going to be around 6,000 feet. Whoa, hello. Any idea? Oh, I know what that is. I think it's a crap load of wind turbines. And that's just so people just don't go smashing into them. I think they've got some out on the east coast near Norfolk and stuff. I think there's some out there as well. Okay. We are a little bit above where we need to be. Where do I go for this, guys? More drag? No, we're fine, man. We're fine. Ah, prog. Here we go. Okay, so we're 1,300 feet above what we should be. But it's fine because I can extend this out for as long as I want until until we get back in line. So yeah, he got an issue with Ricky. I don't know why. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know he's a bit of a bully, isn't he? But yeah, I mean, the drag is just so that we slow the plane down and make this flight path, but we should be okay as long as this number's going down. Okay, to be fair, it would be nice if it was going down a bit more. So let's add the drag. I'll put the it's on half. Let's go to program here. I just want to see this number coming down. I mean, the aircraft is already descending at a fair clip. This is fine. This is fine. It's coming down quick enough now. Okay, so Gatwick should be on our left. What just disappeared over here? It's a fair distance between us and Gatwick, by the way. It's not like it should be right here.
4,000 feet. Cleared IL at runway 26 left. Cleared direct Willow. Cross Willow at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 26 left. Shamrock 260.
What just happened? Come on. Oh my God. Where's the little icon for changing this air pressure thing? There. Freaking hell. Okay, so it's... What are you saying? Yeah, what's gone wrong there? Oh, that's just all disappeared. Okay. Oh, the heading mode has gone manual. Oh, of course it has. We're no longer following the flight plan. Okay, that makes sense. So the center fix is 2000. So what I'll do is I'll set 2000 as we make the turn. I am going to tell the plane to head towards, what should we set it to? Oh yeah, you're right, sorry. What should we set it to? 050 will work quite well. So let's get the plane turned over to 050. Or 55 will do, actually. So can we just shrinkle this in a little? There we go. Right, so I think when we get to here, I guess, we can turn the plane round onto the center fix. We can probably do it earlier than that, but I'm okay with this. I wonder whether the plane's going to decelerate properly as well. Because if not, I'm going to have to control the speed. We'll have to see what it does, see if the autopilot knows what to do. Okay, I'm going to give it another 20 seconds or so, and then I'm going to turn the plane around. And hope I've done the right thing. So this is set. There's the course. There's the ILS frequency. There's the ILS name. And that's the distance to the airport, 20 miles. Okay. Right. Shall we turn the plane onto the center fix then? So. All right, let's do it then. So we press the DIR button, direct, and tell it to go to the center fix, and then insert, and that's it. And now the plane will do it. And now the heading is back to managed mode. The altitude, we can start bringing it down to 2000. And as we get onto the final turn here, I will oh, I'm not happy with this speed. I'm just gonna hope the plane can take care of itself. Yeah, I will engage the approach mode. Do that now. Although, how far away are we? 21 nautical miles. Okay, let's leave it a second. Yeah, see, there's a little kink. Oh, there you go. There's the deceleration point. Is that right? Yes. Oh, you clever little plane. It's inserted its own little deceleration point there. It's a smart little cookie, this plane, isn't it? It really is. This is when it starts dropping its speed off, and then we can start getting the flaps down, ready for landing. It's really clever. So I think just before we get to the decel, we'll get the approach mode armed. Look at the twist on the plane now, 21 knots. That's okay though. Look at the angle of the arrow compared to the angle of the runway. It's not far off, is it? So we'll be coming into a decent headwind. Yeah, we should be okay.
2,500.
Yeah, we should be fine. All right. We're going to arm approach, and now we've got the localizer and the glide slope and stuff. As we are now 15 miles out, the deceleration phase now begins, so we're going to go flaps 1. Oh, sorry, too much. It's not 250. Yeah, I know. It's 250 in the Boeing for the first flaps, but in the Airbus it's 220. Sorry, my bad, forgive me. Yeah, we got the flaps down just a little bit too early. That's the runway, I think, isn't it? Okay, now we're under 220. Now we can put flaps 1 and it shouldn't whinge. And then as we dip under 200, we'll get flaps 2. And then as we get to 7 miles out, we'll get the gear down. So the distance between the center fix and the runway is 5 + 1, so 6 nautical miles. So when we reach the center fix, wheels down, and hopefully flaps 3 by then. Late getting my landing lights on and stuff, but they're on now. Spoilers armed. What else do you want? Flaps config 3, that's fine. Signs on and landing gear down. Well, the signs I've already done, so I don't know why you're still whinging at that. Unless you want me to call the forward. Oh, I know what they mean by signs on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's the seat belts and stuff. That's fine. And landing gear down, which we can't do yet. Alright, so flaps 2. And then we'll hit flaps 3 at the center fix. So we've got the center fix here and FF, final fix there, and we'll be good. We should be popping up. Glide slope is slowly coming in. Localizer's nowhere to be found yet, but that's because we're not lined up with the runway. That should start kicking in. Okay, flaps 3, and let's get the gear down. And now we are fully configured. There's the localizer, it's already captured it. Glide slope is coming in, we're a little bit below it. There it is, it's captured the glide slope. We are all good. Flaps are configured for 3, I already did that. Yes, yes. And we are flaps 3. No, we're not, we're on full, what the hell? How did that happen? Okay, yeah, now it's happy. Alright, I don't know what happened there, maybe I double clicked the button. Right, frame rate. Do I have to use auto FPS next time or what? That is a bright runway. The other one doesn't look so bright, but maybe it's because we're a bit further away, it's a bit smaller. No, this is the main runway. Look how bright that thing is. Jeez. Very nice. Don't need the MCDU anymore, I don't think, so I can just put that to the side. Right, it just down to me now to land the plane. We have a 14-13 knot headwind with a little bit of a push to that side, so I'm going to have to watch for that. And it is not raining here, just like they said. I hope I don't mess this up, guys. I really, because, you know, it's the reason why I got FSI panel, to help me practice this stuff. The wind isn't that big a deal now, it's down to 7 knots. That's really just a nice little breeze. We should get a 500 call out. Yep. Just didn't really hear it. Where's my autopilot? There you go. That is very low volume.
Minimum.
We will continue.
100. 50. 40. 20. Retard. 5.
I'll take that. Looks like I didn't.
Shamrock 2627, established on final approach.
Yeah, it looks like I didn't tell it that. It was waiting for manual input there.
Shamrock 2627, affirm.
Let me see if I can make it talk to me now. Okay. Ah, I can't tell it to guide me to a thing now. Wait, what lights have you just put out? Yeah, I need the taxi one on, thank you. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, no, good flight. Aer Lingus, there you go. Not bad at all. Thank you, matey. I don't know if... Cork Tower, this is Shamrock 2627. Can you direct me to a gate, please?
Cork Tower Shamrock 2627. Gate information is unavailable. Please make a taxi request and check the frequency for further instructions.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Cork Tower, this is Shamrock 2627, requesting taxi to any available gate. Otherwise, we'll just have to go and get one.
Tower Shamrock 2627. Please check the frequency for taxi instructions. Gate information is unavailable at this time.
Yes, but you're not giving me what I want. None of these frequencies are offering me. Cork Ground, this is Shamrock 2627, requesting taxi to gate. Should you say a taxi to assigned gate? If it just gives me the same thing, I'm just going to have to do it myself.
Cork Ground Shamrock 2627. You need to make a taxi request and check the frequency.
Yeah, okay, screw you. Alright, so we'll go to... Let's see, we've got some ramps. Yeah, we've got some ramps, like 6 billion of them. Okay, so we want to go forwards. We can't take this right turn off because that puts us onto a runway. Normally we're going across a runway right now, runway 8, and we would normally have to request to do that. Well, it looks like the frame rate's kept up, at least. So that's something. They didn't go off the wall. Oh my god, this steering is slow. Alright, I'm just retracting now the flaps all the way up. We don't need those anymore. Okay, I'm going to use the Sierra taxiway, I think. The one we're coming across right now is Uniform, and then we've got Tango and then Sierra. So we'll take off. We'll take up at Sierra. Yeah, it's not giving me the instructions for taxiing to the gate because when they clear your approach, you're supposed, even though I've got it on auto respond, that's still something that I need to do manually. And I didn't, and so we're all a little bit out of sync, a little bit out of phase there. Right, I think this is the Sierra turnoff, so we'll go up here. There seems to be quite a few gates, or I can carry on actually. We'll take the front entrance. Should we do that? Yeah, up here, plonk ourselves here at the front. So this is the Juliet taxiway. And we're just going to take this little kink here. There's a lot of static aircraft here. There are files you can remove in the airport folder that will remove the static aircraft. You can do that with a lot of airports. Okay, do we have a... Yeah, that's not really for us, is it? That's more for the smaller plane. Oh God, I hope I'm going to find a... I hope I'm going to find a place suitable for a plane of this size. I mean, we're not that big. It's only a 320. It's not like it's a humongous thing. So what we'll do, I think, is we'll make a turn off here. Because we have to. Yeah, this is where we want to be. So we're just going to take this little left kink, leading into a little right kink. I'm turning too early, I think. There we go. And we need to be on that green line. Oh my God, this thing's not turning! Please steer correctly. It's a good thing I didn't have the non-linear yaw curve that I had on before. Right, so we'll just pop into one of these, I think. This guy, number 22 here. I don't think I'll ever get used to the way this thing turns. It starts off really slow and then just, it's like as if it catches up to itself. I don't know which one is my marker. So we'll just stop it there in the middle. That looks about right, doesn't it? It looks like me slats are up. I'll get those down. And you. Why are you still up? Malfunction? Okay. Let's have a look. I can't even see what's going on here. There we go. That should be down now. Alright, so what we should have done was enabled the APU, but I can't be bothered now. So what we're going to do is just get the ground power attached. Not really the way I want to do it. So chocks and cones on, GPU on. And then up here, frame rates are now, well, it was 30 something, then it went to 40, and now it's 50. So let's get the ground power on. And now we can disconnect the engines. Oh, please come back. Thank you. Right. Yes, deboard, please. Get these heathen off my plane. Welcome to Gatwick, everybody. Oh, let me turn off my taxi lights. Yeah, I'm going to leave the logo on. Good advertising. Oh, beacon light. I thought, what the hell's that thing on for? Yeah. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, what the hell is the delay here? But there we go. Want a coffee from the... No? Okay. Got the return. We've got the return trip now, guys. Back to Ireland. Just kidding. Oh, is that meant to be the jetway? Where's my girls?
Passengers deboarding started.
Hey, okay, David. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm just going to do my thing. There she is. In all her bumps and curvery. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. We'll end it there. So there we go. Nice little simple flight. Kind of went well. Landing was 6.5 out of 10. 7 maybe. It was okay. I noticed as well when I watched that real, sometimes I watch real flight landings, and you know the threshold of the runway where it's like a zebra crossing kind of thing. It looks like a zebra crossing, and normally the ideal altitude there is 50. Well, I noticed that some of the real pilots don't do that. You know, there was one they were approaching the threshold, and they hadn't quite reached it. You could still see it out of the cockpit window, and the call out had already called out 50 feet before they got there, so they were a bit lower than normal. And I thought, yeah, you see, so pilots don't nail it every time, even in the real world. Sometimes they're a little bit high, sometimes a little bit low, but it all gets corrected at the very end anyway. So now I don't feel so bad about not quite nailing that 50 feet at the threshold. It's ideal if you can, but if you're 60 feet, 40 feet, meh. I don't think anyone's going to bother too much. No one's coming out the back. Everyone's piling out into the jetway. I don't even know why you bother with the rear stairs. I could walk out the back. Did I close the door? I did. Yeah, get off, you people from invisible seats. God, it actually does feel like I'm getting out of a plane. The sound is just exactly what you'd expect. You know, a nice warm plane, and you come out and it's just cold, might be a bit rainy. Where the hell is that from? E2. What the hell country is that? Something Hunter. MILF? I think there's a MILF Hunter. I believe so. What on earth livery is this from? Oh, I'm interested in... Oh, look at this! What? I like it, I like it. It's a bit cyber. It's got all those circuit board kind of markings on it. What on earth? Profit Hunter. What? Where are you from? Normally, if this was a proper high-res livery, it would say that it would identify the aircraft on the livery, I'm sure. Oh, E190. Oh, it's an Embraer thing. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, it's an Embraer E190 then. Okay. I haven't flown that one yet. I wonder how big it is compared to the... if I go to the tail here. Let's say we're at this white line, just before the end of the tail. Oh, actually, yeah, Airbus is about the same size, isn't it? Yeah, there's probably a few inches in it. You know, the Airbus probably just a few inches longer. But other than that, yeah, but there should be identifying marks on the plane. And there was. E190. We should have Airbus A320 written on this. There it is. Yeah, how come these panels open when they're extracting, but not... It wants me to do it manually. The other, I don't know. Oh, should we go check on fuel remaining? Oh, I better get out of the way of this thing. Ah! Jesus. I actually didn't check on fuel remaining, but we can have a look. So, hey, not too bad. We just used up what we put in. It was 1.30 on both before, so it's 1.66. 1,660 is remaining. Does that tally with what I'm seeing inside the plane? 1,660, is it? 266. Oh, of course, 2,660. That's my maths. Yeah. Brakes hot. Always the case. Park brake, prefer chocks. Okay. Well, we have chocks already, so we can release the park brake then. Delay takeoff for cool. I'm not taking off, don't worry. Yeah, I've noticed that the brakes get hot on this new update, and I think it's because, in fact, I can guarantee that it's because when I come in and I'm taxiing, I've got more thrust on than what I need, so I'm riding the brakes all the way, taxiing back in. So the brakes are on all the time, and that's why they get hot. Like, I haven't got the thrust measured to the right point where I don't need to keep braking. Because it takes ages for the plane to just get going and build momentum, and then ideally I guess I should back off. Maybe that's something I'll practice. And I have no idea what the message is. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. I've landed, so. Okay. Actually, we need to be... Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So the brake fans, the flap switch, we can reset for the next pilot. Turn all the fuel pumps off, blah, 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 shut the plane down, all that jazz. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. So, thank you everybody for watching, and hope you enjoyed the flight. It was okay. It's nice to just get back into things a little, and we will be eliting at some point. The plan is to elite before Sunday. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stream anything before. Nothing. I've barely been on the computer. I've been on my laptop, but I've barely been on the PC for a week. And every day I've been wanting to, you know, to do something. But yeah. Alright, so there you go. I will bid you guys farewell as the deboarding finishes. And I will see you on the next one. Till then, ciao for now.